It's there! Holy moly, this one's gonna go big!
Hello and welcome back to the channel, Psycho Cash Beast Club. We have got an earlier ROM set for this now. It is an emptiable ROM set, and it is an emptier in the truest sense of the word, whereby if the machine had an infinite supply of money, you could keep taking money out of it forever. It's not like a rip, it's not a trap, it's not a single big win. This is a club machine with a full-on emptier. Now, before I go into the emptier itself, just want to say thank you to a few folks over at Desert Island Fruits. First off, we have this guy here, Louis B, who had ripped some earlier ROMs from, by all accounts, from an actual Psycho Cash Beast Club machine, which he was saying he couldn't find in the existing FME ROM DAT, and he thought it was an earlier version. Quite a bit of chat going on there about, yes, this is indeed a version that we haven't had before. Few people talking about the fact that they believe that these ROMs were emptiable. A little bit of backwards and forwards about how you get them running in the emulator itself. But yeah, the long and short of it is, thank you to Louis B here for getting these ROMs ripped and taking the time to do that. Upload them over at Desert Island Fruits here for people to play. And then we have a few folks here who said, yes, this is the one that we can empty. And Serene02 here, Serene, that will be a name that's very familiar to you if you've been around on Fruit Machine emulation for a long time. Straight out the gate, just from memory, he's kind of there with what's going on, that this version is emptiable, I believe. There was a way to tell, something to do with when you get the feature. If it never drops certain symbols on the win line, then it's chipped. Think you could gain big wins from step to nearest win when the machine couldn't afford it. Then Dougsta steps in. If I remember right, you had to use bonus to get nudges enough for a big step to nearest. It didn't spot move back 3, etc., taking it into bad territory. And then Social Dragon here actually tagged me in this thread, 10 days ago as I make this video. I didn't contribute at the time. I thought I'll watch this one and see what happens, because I'm not the biggest fan of club machines, but I am interested when something like this turns up. Now, Nails here is talking about something that did actually work by all accounts on later ROM revisions, and indeed you will see this on the CMA Golden Pages. This one is back from late 2002. And believe it or not, this is a club machine where you actually force out the invincible board. You can see the description there of what you're supposed to do. So essentially the machine blocks at £50 during normal play. It will never get more than £50 happy, but once the kind of inverted commas streak pot, not that it's a streak pot on a club machine, because it's a single jackpot, but once that block comes off, you can take the £250 out of it, like I say, on an invincible board, which is I think there's not been many of these on club machines by all accounts, but you can take an invincible board jackpot, and then you've still got a £50 win out of the current pot, for a total take of 300 quid, and that should leave you in profit. Fundamentally, it's the same principle as with the old Maygays I've made videos about, whereby you've got this current pot that the machine is paying out of, and then in the case of the AWPs, you've got this long-term streak pot. In the case of Club Psycho Cash Beast here, you've got where it's unlocking that ability to get the jackpot. But we are talking about something different here, something that you could do on the earlier versions of the ROMs. Dougsta here posting saying that he's been playing these 0.8 ROMs a fair bit. The trick definitely works, but I'm not able to get step to nearest win for wins bigger than £50 often enough yet. Using bonus in a smart way is the key, but you need to get a good setup on feature entry and need the game to play ball with you. And just kind of saying what I said there, it works a little like a standard Maygay emptier. Wins above £50 are blocked, but if you can get them, then they come from the big win compensator, meaning that the small win compensator is never touched and the machine stays buzzed. And then Dougsta there coming back again, saying that he cracked it. That was the next day. I suspect he'd spent quite a bit of time getting this right. Finally got there, just needs persistence and to use the feature set up smartly. You need some luck, but can win £75 plus more than often enough to empty it completely. And this is now the second time that I've been tagged in this. Like I said, I was already keeping an eye on the thread, saying that this would make a good video. So, a few days ago, I PM'd Dougsta and asked him for a little bit more information on this machine, if he would be prepared to give it to me and take the time to explain in a little more detail what the emptier actually is. I've got to be honest with you, from the information in the thread here, I would have never worked this out. Basically, that you get big wins set up off step to nearest win. And looking at the machines here, let's just explain the fundamentals of what's going on here. Everything up to, look at the cash trail up on the right hand side here, everything up to £50 here comes out of like the current game pot. That is the pot that the machine plays in and out of during normal play. So if, for example, you take a £20 or £25 win, that will then knock the current pot back, and then you'll find yourself down at £2, £3, £4, etc. until you put money in against the percentage, and it'll start to climb up again, and it'll get to being £40 and £50 happy. However, there is a hard block at £50, both on the cash trail and on the feature, with what it will be prepared to offer you. So on the cash trail here, you've got 4 values up at the top: 75, 100, 150 and 250. And in the terms of the feature itself, it can actually get you, looking at the old CMA guide there, it can actually get you into the top zone with 6 knockouts, which is the maximum that it will give you when the block is on, because it can use 6 knockouts in the top zone and still keep the win under, or well, £50 or under. And indeed, you can see that's the case. We've got 2 values there that are over. We've got 100 and a 250. But if you go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, we've got 6 other values in the top zone there that can all pay £50 or under. So our goal is essentially to cheat wins out of that big win compensator, the long-term kind of jackpot win pot, if you will, of values from 75 to £250. And the way that this happens and the way that you can do it, and I have put several hours into this to get my head around it, so we will see it in this video. It's one of the more tricksy ones to get your head around, and there are a few specifics to it, but basically it's this feature here in zone 3, which is nearest win, step to nearest win. That is exactly what it sounds like. That is a step to nearest win. And believe it or not, on this version of the ROMs, Barcrest did correct it, but this version was out in the wild, and anecdotally, the £1,000 jackpot version of this was out in the wild where this worked, fundamentally the same code base. The machine does not see the threat from step to nearest win. It simply doesn't kind of enumerate the danger that it can be in, from the way that you can move the reels, from the way that you can use your nudges, and specifically, very specifically, your bonus here when you get a feature entry. It's the usual sort of crowd, move back 3, add again, taxi and skill stop. It doesn't look at your nudges, it doesn't look at what you can do with the bonus, and it doesn't see ways that you can get these 4 wins at the top of the cash ladder set up. And the key point is that if you manage to do that off a step to nearest win, so let's say that you get 150 quid set up, and I have done that now like 3 or 4 times. Let's say you get a jackpot set up. I have managed that once as well, 250 quid. The key point is that when you take that win, it comes out of the long-term jackpot, kind of a streak pot, if you will. It doesn't come out of current play. So when the machine is way over percentage, and the eagle-eyed amongst you may have spotted the long-term stats up at the top here, this machine is paying out at 178%. But even when you take one of those 4 wins at the top there, the happiness of the machine in this bottom half of the trail doesn't change, because you're still playing out of the current pot. That is the key point here. You'd think to yourself, well, okay, fine. Let's say you can cheat a single 150 quid out of it. You've put 30 or 40 quid in. you've cheated out £150 win off step to nearest win, the machine's going to be dead. No, that doesn't happen. The machine is still happy to gamble up to 40 quid here on the cash trail, because those wins there are not coming out of the current pot, even though I will just say, even though the block is at 50 quid and it will offer you 50 quid on the board, the cash gamble for some reason is blocked between 40 and 50. So it won't let you gamble between 40 and 50 when the £50 block is in. But that is essentially what you're trying to do here. You're trying to get these top 4 wins, and they can take a while to come round. I will say that up front. This is not to say that every feature is going to let you do this. There will be a lot of frustration about it. There's going to be quite a few misses, but every time you hit, you're getting at least 75 quid. And when you do so, the machine, you get your 75 quid, your 100, your 150 or your 250, but the machine effectively remains as happy as it was before. It's still £50 happy, so you can easily get a feature where you can exchange in and get one of those big prizes again. And I will just say here, an extra thanks to Dougsta here, who took the time to write me a nice, long, detailed private message over at Desert Island Fruits. It was far beyond anything that's in this thread here. I'd never worked it out from what this thread contains here, but Dougsta spent some time on this behind the scenes, getting his head around it, working out the specifics of it, and then he also took the time to kind of write that out for me in a private message. Really good detail, and one side, it still took me a little bit of time to get my eye in with it. At first I thought it was very, very frustrating to start with. I was like, this just doesn't work. I'm not entirely sure this is the thing, but I mean, it's not like Dougsta's going to sell me a pup and he's a regular at Desert Island Fruits. I think he's not just going to make shit up. I must just not be quite getting my eye in with this. So I went back, I read his message again, played it some more, and then it started to click into place for me. And now, like I say, I've had a jackpot off it. I've had several 150s. I've had a couple of 75s. I think the only one I haven't got yet is the 100, because the reels are quite tricksy for that one. But yeah, I do want to give a shout out for Dougsta, because this video would not be happening without him taking the time to work the machine out, and also taking that time to send me a nice detailed private message about how to do it. So let's bring it down to absolute brass tacks. What is this emptier going to look like? Well, in reality, you're going to need a feature exchange up here somewhere. 25, 30 or 40 pounds. I don't know. I don't think I've had it happen off one of the exchanges lower down. The reason is that by the time you get to 25, 30 and 40 quid on the cash ladder here, you've actually got a decent number of knockouts and a decent number of nudges before you actually exchange into the feature, and that will also activate zone 3 when you exchange in. You'll probably have the first 2 zones are already activated. The feature starts on extra zone, and that will then activate zone 3 for you. That is critical, because you're probably only going to have like 4, 5, 6 knockouts, something like that. So you need to be on the correct zone. You also want to have, I reckon, 6 or 7 nudges on the exchange over. If you've got less than that, like 5 is probably not going to be enough. Under that, and you can kind of forget it. So you're probably going to want 4, 5 or 6 knockouts, 6 or 7 nudges on the exchange. You exchange into the feature, you look at your reel setup. That's why I've got the reels here on the left hand side. Then you work out what your nearest win out of the kind of a bunch of the bunch of targets, if you will. Is it going to be 4 single bars, doubles, trebles, or the jackpot? Once you've worked out what your target is, you then get 1 lap around the board. The machine cannot kill you on your first lap around the board. So you're going to start here at the bottom right hand corner on extra zone. You will definitely get round the board once. Once you go past extra zone, the kind of all bets are off, and it can and will kill you very often on the very next rick. You're also going to have a bonus. So the idea is you want to be landing on nudge squares as you go around your no-lose board. And then once you get around here or to there, something like that, you then use your bonus to get some extra nudges And in total, you're probably looking at needing about 12, 13, 14 nudges, something like that. And then using those nudges, what you're going to do is get one of these 4 of a kind set up. And the specific way that you need to do that is you need to get the symbol that you want on reel 1. So in that scenario there, we would need to get a treble bar on reel 1 and 4. And then you use your nudges on reels 2 and 3 to make it so that the nearest win is a 4 of a kind on either singles, doubles, trebles, or the jackpot. The reason that you need to get reels 1 and 4 on the symbol that you want is that means that the nearest win is going to be a 4 of a kind. If you don't do that, it's going to be a 3 of a kind, and it will give you a 3 of a kind where it can. So you need the symbols that you want. In this case, I'm using the trebles there, but whatever it may be, a double, a single, or the jackpot. And then obviously the problem is that there are all kinds of other wins on step to nearest. So there's loads of cherries on the reels, there's loads of oranges on the reels, there's loads of 7s on the reels, so mixed 7s or red 7s or blue 7s can often be there. So you've got to use your nudges as smartly as you can so that once you've just about exhausted your nudges on nearest win, your closest win is going to be 75, 100, 150 or 250. It can make it hard work. It can be frustrating. Like I say, you will miss quite a few times potentially, but then on a regular enough basis, it will happen, because your worst case scenario, if it works, is 75 quid, climbing up to 100, 150 and 250. And you can see the results on the long-term stats there. This machine has paid out 2,133 quid, and it's taken £1,197, and it is paying out at 178%. And as we go into it here, the current pot will be at maximum happiness, because all of these wins are being paid out of the future jackpot pot, which seems slightly crazy for a machine that's 78% over 100% already, and the better part of 100% over target. Because it has this concept of these split pots, the current pot just never gets unhappier. It's like there is nothing in the code in this thing to say, hang on a minute, I'm set to 82% and I'm paying out at 178%. Maybe I should stop doing holds after nudges for like 3 double bars for 20 quid or 3 treble bars for 25 quid. No, it will keep on doing it. And just one other point before I get into the gameplay, by the way. You do want to be going for these bigger wins here. The way that the high-low gamble works on this, and this is something that I was playing around with for myself over the weekend. Like I said, I put several hours into this. You're on a bit of a hiding to nothing, trying to gamble up from these pissy little wins down here. The way that the high-low gamble works is it just will kill you on good numbers. First of all, it won't give you good numbers all the time, and it will still kill you on them sometimes anyway, but it will also give you a lot of mid numbers, 5, 6, 7s and 8s. And the number of gambles that you need to get to this key point here, which realistically is 25, 30 and 40, that's so many gambles that you're just going to get frustrated losing a gamble along the way. So I would say that you want to be going for let 'em spins or 3 holds, ideally on the single, double or treble bars. But if I can get a selector or a 7-stepper off the bonus at 4, I can get in with maybe 5, 6 or 8 pounds. I'll have a go on gambling up from there. But don't waste your time. In my opinion, don't waste your time trying to gamble every single like £1 win or £1.60 win all the way up to 25, 30 and 40 quid, because there's a very high chance that it'll just fuck you off somewhere along the way. And one final note before we get into the gameplay, this was rechipped, and Serene there hinted at it in his very first post there. Basically, when Barcrest rechipped this, they made sure that it never gave you a real setup where this was possible. I know it sounds slightly unbelievable that on a club machine with prices up to 250 quid, the machine just doesn't see the risk of a feature there in Zone 3, something that you can do with a simple feature like step to nearest win, where and you will see this when we actually start to do it. Because you never have, by the way, you never have enough nudges when you exchange in. Best case scenario, as far as I can tell, is that you're going to exchange in with 7 nudges. I don't think I've seen it exchange in with more than 7 nudges. 7 nudges will never be enough. But it was then super happy to just land on these nudge squares as you go round and then let you use your bonus around this point here to get those final nudges that you need to get the step to nearest win set up, and it just keeps on doing it. It's really quite bizarre. Okay, lot of waffle there, but let's get into the actual gameplay. As ever, there will be time codes in the video. I know some people do want to skip the preamble and get straight to the actual gameplay. That is fine, so that's why I always do the time codes now. But at the same time, some people I think do actually like the explanations of what's going on before the video starts. So you say, okay, what's the guy doing? Why is he playing it like this? You know, what's he actually trying to achieve here? So to start with, what we're going to try and do, and you will see me doing this here, I'm not really interested in getting the bonus at 4. I'm not really interested there in trying to set up a shitty little win. That's a little bit more like it. So what I'm going to do here is go for a hold after nudges on 2 jackpot symbols. It may or may not do it. It hasn't done there. What you will find is that the machine will let them spin just as happily on fucking oranges as it will on the 3 jackpot symbols. It won't do this, by the way, just for the sake of argument. We'll do that. 3 holes does work, but that's never going to 3 hold in a million years because we are in the current pot. So that there, in fact, just for the sake of argument, I'll do it once. It may make a lot. Once in a while, it will let you do it, but you can see here it gives you a load of shit numbers. There we are. So the number of gambles that you need from a crap win is so many, and your chances of actually getting to where you need to be. I was doing that to start with, and it was just an exercise in frustration. I think the way that you actually did this for real is that you got the machine buzzed up enough so that it was starting to give you. I mean, at the low end, 7-stepper isn't too bad. What have we got there? So, that's, I mean, we could have a go on that, I suppose, and maybe it'll. Oh, that's clearly... So let's try up. Yeah, that's going to be mixed, isn't it? So it doesn't really matter there. Sometimes you can get... on 4 quid, I'll have a go. This is about my minimum point of trying to have a go and gambling it up from about 4 or 5 quid. Because sometimes that will happen and it will let you get there. But just keep an eye on exchange, by the way. Can you see there? We've got like 2 knockouts and 1 nudge, and we're in the bottom zone. You will never ever get it in a million years from doing this. The machine will not let it. It's fucked us off. And this is one of the things I think that Dougsta must have worked out when he was kicking this around properly. Is the actual conditions for doing this. And what I'm going to do there is hold up. Oh no, because I'm going to. You know what? I was stupid there. I know you find that hard to believe. I've actually fucked myself off there because I'm too busy waffling, not concentrating. I'll just show you the gamble again. We'll have a go on it just for the sake of it. But yeah, I think this is one of the things that Dougsta probably worked out whilst he was doing this, is that you need the big exchanges. Just that single piece of information. Oh, you can get big wins set up off step to nearest win. That is not enough. It's the fact that you've got to have these big exchanges in. We've got half a chance here. We're getting up there. You never know. Sometimes it will let you do it. It's just for the fucking ball ache of it like that. It's not. You don't want to be doing more than kind of 4 or 5 gambles, I would say. I'm actually going to hold those there in case it gives me a nudge. And it can take quite a few quid. I mean, let's be clear about that. It can take quite a few quid to actually get a setup. But do remember, as I said, your payoff there is that when one works, you are getting a minimum of 75 quid, because we are never going to take anything else. We are not going to take any win. Oh, 1, 2, no, that's not there, is it? So, oh, 1, 2, 3, that's not there either. We'll do it like that, see if we can get a decent hold after nudges. That'll do. That'll do, we'll go for that. Oh God, I see him. You stupid Degsy. There's no way, I'm not even going to bother doing that. So 3 nudges next, that'll do. So there we are. I can't fuck that up. There we are. So 1, 2, 3, we'll do that. It hasn't given us a let and spin. but you've got to be prepared for, oh, God, I mean, you can be talking 20, 30 quid, something like that, to actually get the... I mean, obviously I could hold them all there for a bonus, but the problem with doing that, and I will show you, I wouldn't do this normally, trail shot is actually sometimes one of the better ones. There we are, 5 quid. So trail shot, I think selector is one of the other ones. 7-stepper can be alright. But you can see there, it can just fuck you off. Straight. Then this is just, by the way, this is just random bad luck. The machine just plays like an utter twat sometimes. There just seems to be like a pre-built desire for it to do loses in there or something like that. Or there is some kind of semi-randomness going on with its desire to do that. I'm not going to hold those to get me in because it's not worth it. I would take red 7s. One thing that you can do, by the way, sometimes is just press the psycho play button. If you're not entirely sure what's available from nudges or the best way to do a 7-stepper, you can press the psycho play button. And that is quite good at doing the best thing from any given situation. It's just like it's like a George. It's like a psycho version of George, really. So now these exchanges are getting slightly interesting. We've only got 5 nudges. That's not enough. 2 knockouts, not enough. We're going to have to gamble again. Good number, good number. I want that nudges to go up to 6. I really want that nudges to go up to 6. And then it will just do that. I think that was right there. I think it was right not to go for the exchange there. You can see it just wants to be the twat with you sometimes. So I think we're going to go for there. We're going to go for the single bars. And it has done a let and spin. That's good. Right, okay then. So that's a let and spin on 15 quid. Now, obviously, if you found one of these in the wild, you might have to buzz up the current pot. You might have to get the pot that we're playing out of now. It might be in a bad state, so you would potentially have to put a little bit of money through it to get the current pot happy. But remember, we're only trying to get it the £50 pot happy. Oh, we're not worried about getting the actual jackpot pot happy, because we're going to be cheating the wins out of that. So we've got skill nudges here. What have we got there? Can we get anything out of that? Is there a 1, 2, 3, 4? That's there, isn't it? 1, 2, 3, 4. So if I press Mr. Psycho there, he'll probably get the blue 7s for me now. He's doing autoplay now. And I think the blue 7s there, that'll do 8 quid. I'll have a go from 8 quid. So we still need to do a few gambles. It is quite frustrating the way that this... Sometimes it'll play ball with you, sometimes it won't. It's been a little bit of a dick at the moment. Oh, we're going to have to gamble on that. 4 is not enough. 4 is not enough. We're going to have to go on the 7. Oh, you fucker. It's you can kind of make a case for exchanging in, but... Oh, real stepper is really... Yeah, that's it. We'll let Mr. Psycho have a go at that. And he's going to go for cherries. Okay, we'll have a go from 3 quid, but it's probably not going to happen. Yeah, you can see there. You would kind of think that once the machine got happy up to the block, it would just always win the gamble, but we can get a 5 off that. I'll let Mr. Psycho do that there. We'll have a go from a 5. You'd think that it would just let you gamble up to like 25, 30 quid every time, but it really, really doesn't, and you can see it here. Oh, God, and once again. So, the first problem that you can see here is it can cost a few quid to get a shot at the feature. I'm 21 quid in already. I'm just kind of holding the single bar speculatively there in case it gives me a nudge. What have we got there? So, we'll just go for a hold after nudges on that. It will do it. It's happy enough to do it, but there's like a... I don't know, it feels like there's like a 20% chance it's going to do a let and spin. So we'll go for it again there. And it doesn't really matter. It doesn't matter, like I say, if it's on cherries or bloody triple bars. It will just... So we will go for that there. It hasn't done it again there. Obviously it's not going to give us... It actually gives you, by the way, I'm out of credits there, but it gives you the let and spin on the same credit. So if that would have done a let and spin on the double bars there, it's like the old Maygaze. It would have actually given us... shall we have... We've got a 5 there. There we are. That was worth a hold there in case it's spanning some extra numbers. It's all about, all we're trying to do here is just efficiently get up to these big exchanges where 4 and 4 isn't good enough. 4 and 4 again, it hasn't. Oh, you see there, it's just been a fucking arsehole. But the thing is, remember, and this is kind of my first 50 or 60 quid on this. I mean, obviously I wasn't doing it properly anyway, but my first 50 or 60 quid on this, I really want, this just isn't a thing, this is just not happening. And then all of a sudden it does it, and you get one. And I think the first one I got was 75, I think the first one I got. And then not long after I got a 150, or it might have been the other way around, but then hang on, I've won. Because even though it's been playing an absolute shit, I've just got 75 quid. It's not like, you can press Psycho play there. Let's just see what Psycho, but you might be able to get 4 of a kind on oranges there. Yeah, you can. Even though it can play a tip with you on these gambles here, you only need to get it once. But I will just state, by the way, that not every feature exchange, once you get the feature exchange, you're not there. You've still got to get one of the good real setups, and there's absolutely no guarantee on that either. 2 and 2 is nowhere near. It is just been an arsehole here, I'm afraid. There's not much we can do about that. It will do that sometimes. So hold 2 of a kind, it does do 3 holds. I've had it do 3 holds on like 3 double bars and that kind of thing. I can't actually avoid a fucking £1 win there without nudging a number. I'm not interested in trying to gamble it up from 1 quid. Oh god, it's probably just going to pop me in here, I would think. Yeah, that'll put me in now with a 1. I mean, shall we have a go? It's so rare that it happens. This is the problem. There is such a sort of variance, even when it's playing out of this sort of £50 pot. I could have actually held them all there, to be honest, but there we are. He's done a let him spin. He has done a let him spin on 15 quid. So we'll have a spin on that. This is all within expected parameters, by the way. Nothing that it's done up to now. It is playing a bit twatty, but it's not surprising me. I've seen it do this. So let's have a look at our exchange. 4 and 6. You could actually make a case for going in on 4 and 6. I think, you know what, we're going to go in on 4 and 6. That'll do us. Now then, what we want to do is look at our reels. So let's have a look. We've got our reel here. We've got a blue 7 with an orange above. So what have we got closest there? So you see there, that's where we are on this. Our treble bar is fucking miles away. We've got a single bar that's close. That is, I'll tell you now, that's one of the bad ones. That is, we're 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 away there. We've got a treble just underneath. That is, I'm afraid to say, that is not happening. So we'll have a punt around the board. We've got a shit bonus as well. Watch it just land on the... It will just land on the nudges here, by the way. It just seems to go for the nudges. We can go for another spin here, because we can't die, and then we can use our move back 3. 14 nudge. So there we are. So see there, it's offering us 40 quid on that, but the problem is that this is not enough nudges. It's a really shit reel setup. So this is the kind of thing that you would do. So we get our treble around there, but you can see our other treble is so far away. And then... Oh, you know what? Actually, you're supposed to use your shots first as well. It will still hit it, by the way, but it doesn't matter because that was never a setup. I actually got ahead of myself there. You're supposed to use your knockouts. But there we go. Go straight to game over. So, doesn't matter. That was a fuck up, though. I should have used my knockouts first to get the step to nearest win. But it doesn't really make any difference there because that was not a good real setup. And it will kill you, by the way. Once you get your first free lap out of the way, that's kind of it. All bets are off. So we'll actually go for that there. Oh, I thought I held the wrong one. Doesn't matter. There we are, and it has done a let 'em spin on 20 quid, which is good. So last reel setup was shit. Do remind me to use the fucking knockouts first and get the actual nearest win. That was the thing I missed there. Come on. What's our numbers? 4 and 4, no good. 4 and 4, no good. Ah, and it's lost. There we are. It wasn't having that one. That was a shame. So you get the idea here that what we're doing... Oh, let's see where that one goes. Oh, what a shit one. I'm not even going to fucking bother with that. So you get the idea is that we're now going for big exchanges. You've seen here how the base game can just play a shit with you. Oh, that doesn't work as well because it goes in for £1. So we'll fuck that one off. Where are we at? 33. Oh, okay. We'll have a go on that one. Let's just go on this gamble. But then what I will start to do is just bring the video back when we've actually got a decent exchange. And on the next... Oh, for fuck's sake. There you go. So, if you have a go at this for yourself, because, as ever, I will put this up... I mean, the ROMs are available at Desert Island Fruits in that thread, but you've got to, like, load them into the layout yourself and that kind of thing, which I know not everyone is comfortable with doing, so... Let's just see if we can get a 4 of a kind on 7s there. What does Mr. Psycho Play think he can do there? Oh, God almighty, I shouldn't have pressed Psycho Play there, should I? So what I'll do is when I put this video up, I'll actually put the layout with the ROMs loaded into it over in the RAM and GAM file area. So that everyone... So it's nice and easy. So 1, 2... That'll do, by the way. So then we'll just go for... And it hasn't done a hold. Okay, a let and spin there on 2 jackpot symbols. So let's go for that. So that's going to put us a £30 win. So we can only gamble once anyway. Because remember, it does actually block the high-low gamble from 40 to 50. So this is only... we can only exchange once, and that's where the exchange... Oh, ha! Okay, we've got a guaranteed win next. So holding the single bar there is a nice obvious one. Let's see if we can make these handful of gambles that we need. To get there, 1 is a good number. Right, can't go wrong on that. You can see how twatty the high-low gamble can be. Ooh, if that goes to 6. Oh, I don't know. 5. I'm inclined to go again. It was a little bit... Go to 6, go to 6, go to 6. We've got to exchange... Look at that. You can see how the nudges haven't moved. We've got to go in with 5 and 5. Nothing we can do with that. Oh, now then is this. This is actually one of the jackpot setups, I think. We've got a way to go. Now, what we need to do first... Let's get our nearest win. Get our nearest win ready. Come on, it is ready to... It is prepared to hit it. It hasn't hit nearest win. So that's given us a problem straight out the gate. So we've got to think that's going to be a problem, you know. We've actually got... See, the thing that we're obviously missing here... We haven't got nearest win. We're going to go through our notes. So that's our no-lose lap done. And we haven't got a knockout to get nearest win. And it's just going to kill us here. I think that's going to kill us. Yeah. Oh, you fudger. Oh, you know what? That was one of the fucking jackpot setups. And it just wouldn't hit the fucking nearest win. Okay, this is actually a gamble up from 4 oranges. I'm going to risk another one. Oh, for fuck's sake. Okay, well, we can't lose this gamble. We're on a 1, going from 30 to 40 quid. Look at my knockouts, though. My knockouts are terrible. I've got to exchange in there. Oh. I haven't even looked at the real... Fuck, it's really been a shit here. What are the... where are we there? Let's have a look at that cherry with the red 7 above. Single bar isn't a million miles away there. By the way. Yeah, the single bar isn't a million miles away, but I haven't got me... I haven't got the knockouts. I mean, I've got a taxi there, but... Let's just see what it wants. It might give me another nudge shot. So, there's a knockout. Let's take the knockout. It doesn't want to give me nearest win. I mean, obviously I can get... Is that enough nudges? I don't think it's enough nudges. It might be. Let's just use the taxi. I mean, obviously, I can't go for more nudges at this. There we are. And now I can use a move back 3. I mean, obviously, I can't use a fucking...
1, 2, 3, 4.
I can't go for more nudges because I need to get step to nearest win. I haven't actually added up if I've got enough yet, to be honest. Come on, do you hit nearest win? There we are, right. I don't think I've got enough nudges, though. Let's have a go. So, we know what we've got to get. This is not optional. £1. It's not enough. We're not a million miles away, but it's not. It's going to kill me now, by the way. Oh, knockouts. We're not interested. It's going to have me. It's going to go to game over. Oh, extra bonus. £20. What's 20 quid? That's your double. So extra bonus goes to there. We're absolutely into Death Alley here. Extra bonus, extra bonus. No. Oh, it might let me get away with this, you know. And I've got to move back 3 to another 2 nudges. Take the nudges. 75 quid. There we go. Right, okay. I'm amazed it let me live as long as that. Well, there we go. Let's get our 75 quid. So there you go. It doesn't normally let you go around the board as much as that. I've got to be honest with you. That was a bit spawny. And it will automatically pay that out. So that's the worst one. That's 75 quid. But I am up now. Look, I'm full. And you know what? I was making mistakes there. I would be the first to admit I was making mistakes there. I absolutely am. That was not perfect. But I'm now 48 quid in and 75 quid out. And that was the worst one. Single bars is the worst one. And we're still up. And I was fucking things up as well. But the key thing to remember now is that the happiness of the machine will not change. That is the key thing here, because that win that we just took is out of the future win compensator, the big win compensator. So it will still be just as happy in the sort of, I say, base game, normal game here, whatever you want to call it, because that win came out of a pot the machine was not prepared to pay out of. The machine didn't want to pay out of. It wasn't aware it was paying out of. And it just doesn't feed into the happiness of the actual base game here at all. This machine is still going to be just as happy as it was before to gamble up to those big exchange points. And it's kind of like a game of patience. You've just got to sit the fucker out. You've seen how it's prepared to fuck you off on the high-low gambles. You've seen how, you know, nothing is guaranteed on the actual... Oh, why did I... waffling again. You see how nothing's guaranteed on the feature itself? But if you just stick with it, the chances will come round. For the sake of argument, I'll try... Oh, there you go. There's no point trying to gamble up those small wins. Okay, there's a let 'em spin for 20 quid. It has one. It's just plain like... It's not like the happiness of the machine has changed. It's just being an arse with letting me get these gambles up. Come on. Oh, sketchy number. 4 nudges. I don't know. 4 nudges to me is not enough. But I don't know. Should you just go in on 4 nudges and have a punt? I'm not really sure. Let's just see if it wants to give me that. I don't really want the bonus there. That's the problem. But... So I don't want it to put me in, and then it's never. That was a bad hold, to be honest. It was never going to put. And now it's going to put me in on shitty one. That was probably a bad hold. Okay, we've got a nice 20 quid win there. We've got an 11 to gamble on. So, ooh, sketchy number. What's our numbers? 4 and 6. I'm not fancying that 7. We'll go in on that. Let's have a look what we get. 6 is not bad, to be honest. So, what are our reels? We've got that 7. So the double's not far off, is it? So the double is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 off. Honestly, I can't see that. I don't think I've had the setup off this. I think we're too many nudges away. Oh, I keep forgetting to do this. Let's just remember to use our shots. Come on, hit step. It doesn't mind hitting step to nearest. It doesn't see it as a danger. Oh, just managed to hit it there. And that's our safety net gone. So we still haven't got. The problem that we've got here is we don't even have. And there, it'll just want to go straight to lose. That was a bad one. I'll tell you what, it's been an absolute fucker for hitting nearest win. It normally just goes straight, or it's really happy to just go in on step to nearest win. Okay, we've got another £20 win. Let's just see if we can gamble it up. Would I have a go on a 9 if I need to? 5 nudges. You see? There's an annoying one. We're up at bloody 30 quid. We've only got 4 nudges. Oh, and it won't win that one. Okay, we're at 30 quid again. We've only got 2 fucking knockouts and 6 nudges. Do you go on the 7 there? Let's exchange it. Let's see if we can get lucky on these. So that'll give us the extra zone, of course. That's the other thing. You really need to be going into the... What's our real setup there? We've got a 1 there. Where's our treble? Oh, our treble's way out there. You can see that's going to be an awkward one. Is it singles maybe? Singles might be a better bet there. Where are we on that one? So way off there. Let's have a look. There's nearest win. It has. At least it's fucking hit nearest win, but we'll have to go for... Oh, that's a really bad... It's landed on bonus. That's really bad. That's the... We're not going to get it. Oh, it's completely fucked us there. So we can... Now remember what we've got to do. We've got to get these ones in first. And where are we here? We're fucking miles off. We're fucking miles off. And then you've got to remember that there's always going to be something that's going to be closer. We're not a million miles off. Was that 2? It's oranges, isn't it? Oranges is our nearest there. We don't care about it. It's going to kill us. It's going to kill us. It's going to kill us. Oh, so what was it? It was oranges. Was it oranges? So it doesn't actually... Yeah, is it? Where is that? 1, 2... So it doesn't really matter. We're actually going to need... So now it's 3 quid, which is cherries. So it doesn't really matter. We're not going to get away with this, folks. We're not going to get away with this. 3 quid, it's still... Yeah, we need 2 more nudges. That's going to have us. Extra zone, oh, for God's sake. There's no way we're getting away with this. There's no way we're getting away with this. No. That just... You could... I don't know. Maybe I fucked something up. Just didn't look like we quite had the setup there. Okay, there's a 15... This is starting... It's plain... It's just been really rotten. It's not quite giving me the ins that I need. 3 and 4, not good enough. We might have to go... 4 is not enough. I've never seen it happen with 4. I just don't think 4 is enough. Right, it's actually wanted quite a lot for this. It's just playing like an utter fucking pig. It really is. Okay, so there's a good gamble. What's our exchange? 7 nudges. I don't think there's any point gambling there. It can kill us on the 9. We've got 1 more gamble under the block, but fuck that. 7 nudges. That's about as good as it gets. What is our setup here? Is there one? God, I'm not sure. I think if anything, that looks like you almost have to go for the jackpot, but... Don't know, it looks like a bit of a... Oh, well, there's nearest win. So we've got nearest win, but we're going to need some pretty good luck on the nudges here. Oh, taxi. It's not exactly ideal, that. Well, we get 1 more spin, maybe it'll... Okay, so we can use that. Was that the right thing to do? Possibly not. And that then I believe is our... Because we've gone past, that's our lap used then. So we'll use our nudges. We'll do what we know we've got to do. Which is the single bars, by the way, are miles off. I think they're at... Well... I think they're actually... Are they harder work to get from there? 9. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Maybe we're actually better off going for the singles there. Maybe we're actually better off going for the singles, you know. Let's do that. I think that's... Just got to go for it, really. 75 quid. Yeah, it was the singles. There we are. Right, okay. We'll collect that. It was the singles there. I was getting a... There we are. Right, fucking hell. I was getting a little bit optimistic there, thinking that it was the jackpot. It was actually the singles there. So there we go. So I'm making really, really heavy weather of this. So that was another 75. So we've got another 75 now. That is through the block. So I'm up. I'm up again. I appreciate that this is probably not looking particularly impressive at this point, but don't know. I think the machine is playing twatty. It really is playing on the twatty side in terms of getting the setups, but I have not been playing well. Did I just press the wrong fucking button there? So anyway, we're going to keep going with this. I think I can get those numbers. Although it just dropped 20 quid straight in. I think I can do better numbers than this. I'm not entirely happy. I've got to be honest with you with how I'm playing. And I know I'm going to make this fucking excuse again. I do worse. I swear to God. I do worse when I'm down on my laptop where I record. I do better when I've got my big fucking 32-inch screen in front of me. And the layout is a lot bigger and I'm not fucking waffling to make a video as well. That's the other thing. So I need to fucking up my game a little bit here. Because we can get better numbers than that. Right, that's singles again, isn't it? That's the singles, isn't it? Setup there is for the singles. Oh, it hasn't given us the nearest win. So, gonna have to fucking go round. We want the smallest spins possible. Because, so let's use our nudges here. Unfortunately, we haven't got the... Let's do what we need to do. We've got to get them on reels. There we are. So... So one... What is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5... Oh, it's 6 nudges away. Our 1, 2, 3, 4, 5... So oranges are closer. Oranges are closer. We do need more nudges and we haven't got our fucking shot. I don't think there's anything I can do there, is there? It's going to have me. Oh, no, I don't think... Did I fuck that up? I don't think there's anything I could do there. It's actually been, I'll tell you what, it's been a real shit on giving us that shot for nearest win. Okay, £20 win. Just a couple of gambles here and... Okay, another decent number. Where's our... Nudges are good and knockouts are not bad. That was a slight... I'm not entirely sure I had that gamble there because it didn't actually improve anything. We'll exchange it. We'll exchange it on that. And what... Well, doubles aren't looking good and jackpot's out the question. Right, I'm not sure on this one. Trebles are... It's a long way away there, but it's pretty close. Let's just... Oh, hang on. Cancelled. Silly Degsy. Let's just take some knockouts. See if we can get our nearest win first. Come on, hit nearest win, you stupid thing. Oh, it hasn't hit nearest win again. So that's going to put us up again. And it's gone straight through there as well. So there's nothing we can get set up there. I don't know why it's been such an absolute fucker for hitting nearest win. That may as well just... That's going to have us. I do not know why it's just not hitting nearest win at all. Okay, going in on a £20 win. There we go. So that's a good number. What's our stats? So that's fine. We have got the extra zone there. What's our nudges like? 5. I'm going to risk one more gamble. Didn't get away with it. Okay, £25 win. They can take a little while to get set up, these. Okay, we've got a no-lose gamble, so there's no point, no reason not to gamble there. So, didn't make the numbers any better. So we're going on 4 and 7. What's our real setup? Is that one of the jackpot ones? So let's just see. I think... Oh, I don't know. Let's just see if we can get nearest win first, because it's been such a pig on this. There we are. So there's nearest win. So now we can go around at least once. So we can land on more nudges, hopefully. Don't do a big spin. So we can do one more, for sure. Now we can take our bonus. We should get another 3 off that. And we can land back on taxi. Remember, it's too stupid to block here. So let's land on taxi and see if we can get back to 3 nudges again. Nope, not that time. Okay, so now we'll take our nudges. Let's do the thing that we know we need to do, which is get the jackpot there. Now, we've got to think carefully. What you can do, by the way, is cancel your nudges and it will tell you what your next win is. So, we've got to get... What do we want to get out of the way? Cherry is going to be a risk, isn't it? And realistically, 7 is going to be a risk as well. So let's go that way. And then... Now let's see what our dangerous win is. £3, which is cherries. So where's that coming from? It's coming from there, isn't it? So... And that's probably going to be a £2. So that's oranges. Oh, and then... Is that... £10! No, we can't quite get it there. £10, which is red 7. How long on? Yeah, we didn't have enough nudges for that. I don't know. Now it's going to have us. Oh, no, it's going to 4. It's going to be a... Oh, there's no way. That always has you. Oh, no. Okay, this one has got some promise here. We've got a decent number. Fucking, why does it do that? Okay, £25 win, so that's a good one. You know, the happiness of the machine hasn't changed. It's 5 and 3. 5 and 3. Well, go on, shall we exchange in? Neither of those numbers are good. And what's our starting position there? Now, I'm pretty sure that's one of the absolute no-hopers. Whichever way you look at if you can work out where I am on the reels by looking just off to the side there. I do not see how that one's going to happen at all, and it loves to kill you. That was one of the really, really bad ones, and there are some of them in there. Whereas some like feature starts, you look at oh that could be a possibility, but that one just looked like an absolute no-hoper to me. God, it's making these wins hard work. So we finally got a £20 win there. It can just play as ever. I've just caught it. One of its most brutal moods. There we are. So we've got the max exchange, and it's 5 nudges and 3 fucking knockouts. And what have we got here in terms of the setup? Don't know. I'm not liking those reels. I mean, God, there's cherry with a 7 above it there. The doubles are way off. It's close-ish there. It's close-ish there, but don't think we've got enough nudges on this one to do it. And it's been an arsehole about hitting step to nearest. So we've got a... Well, we could almost go there to try and get the feckin' nearest win. No, which it doesn't want to hit. There we are. So we've got the nearest win, but we've lost our bonus, which is a problem. It's hitting more knockouts, which is a bigger problem. And it's not hitting the nudges. hitting the extra zones. Doesn't matter, that is nowhere near enough nudges. No, not happening, not happening. Okay, what's our exchange looking like now? 4 and 4, not good enough. Okay, we've got one more gamble. It can, if it wants to, it can fuck you off in the 11, but it very rarely does. Next gamble is blocked, so we've got to go in on 4 and 5. Let's have a look at our reel setup. Okay, so we're 10 nudges away. We've got a triple very close on reel 2. We're 10 nudges away from getting them on 1 and 4. And then we still need a few. I think it's triples. I think this one is probably triples. It's not great, this setup, but we'll... Oh, they're 5. Fucking hit. Fucking nearest win. Fuck me. Right, okay. Let's just see if we can... Oh, fuck off. It's going to fuck us on the nudges here, isn't it? Look at that. It's gone straight past. I should have probably used the bonus before that, actually, shouldn't I? To get some more nudges. Because we haven't got nearly enough nudges now. Let's have a look. Let's do what we know we need to do. But that's not going to happen, is it? £3. Now we need it to just be really stupid. So we know it's £3, which is cherries. 150 there. Oh, Jesus. God, I've made hard work of that. But there you go. You just need to get the setup for it. Fucking hell. Right. There we are. 150. Fuck me. I was determined to get... It's not the jackpot, but that'll do. It's... I don't know. I think it's a combination of two things here. I think I'm being absolutely shit. And the machine's just making it hard work. But you can see there how it just didn't see 150 quid there off step to nearest win. It just didn't see it at all. Just walked straight into it. So there we are. Right, okay, so I'm slightly disappointed we had 275s up to now. You can see there though how in the real world you would need to know your reels, or you'd have to have something like this. I mean, for reference, the one classic layout that I made way back in the day for Cash Machine, I actually went to the real machine with a bit of paper and went to a local arcade when we still had arcades here and mapped the reels out like this. I literally just stood in front of the fucker and covertly mapped out the reels. Not because I was doing the machine, but because I was trying to find out the reels for the layout and just wrote them down like this. So that is not beyond possibility that you could get this reel map out in the real world. Obviously, it would help if you actually knew them, if you had them in your head, but you do need to know the reels. You need to have a reference, or you need to have them in your head. So I am now 100 quid up on this, but I'm still not satisfied with how I've been playing this. So I'm going to try and get another big win out of this, because I think I could have been doing better than I have been. But you did see there how the machine completely and utterly failed to see that there was 150 quid on at that point in time from step to nearest win. It amazingly, it just didn't see it at all. And the thing is now, that doesn't mean it won't play like a twat, by the way. I'm going to lose that gamble and see if we can get the red 7. Doesn't mean like it still won't play like a twat, because it has been playing like a twat. But yeah, we'll do that. Try and get that, I suppose. There we are. So red 7, blue 7s rather. Doesn't mean like it won't play like a twat, but the happiness here, these wins, that 150 win, those 275s that we've had, they are not coming out of the current pot. So it'll still dick you around, but fundamentally the state of happiness of the machine has not actually changed. That's the thing here. Let's just see if that'll give us a hold after nudges. So it'll still hold after nudges for 15 quid, 20 quid, 25 quid, something like that. But you can also see, and that was a good example there, how it does come down to the wire in terms of nudges. And that is why you want 6 or 7 nudges going in, despite the fact that you get a lot of extra nudges when you are into the feature. You do want to be going in. I would have thought, and reading Dougsta's PM to me, he's got like, you want to have 6 is decent, 7 is ideal. Any less than that, you're going to struggle. And then I was doing it. Well, you often collect like 6 or 7 extra nudges on the board, but it does make a big difference having just those 1 or 2 extra nudges on the feature entry is a big deal. So that was actually a pretty decent example there of how you can get the 150 set up, and that is probably one of the better ones. And it also shows how you wouldn't necessarily think going in at the feature entry, oh yeah, I think I could get 150 quid here, because it didn't look like it at all. But the machine is just so willing to give you those extra nudges because it doesn't see step to nearest win as a threat, or enough of a threat to kill you off when it should do. I will go back to what I was doing before. Oh, look at that. See, there it just loses randomly. Lower than an 11 on a machine that is max happiness in terms of the current pot. I mean, you could let Psycho George do his thing there, but I think he's just probably going to get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, I'm not interested in that, so... And then, 1, 2... Nope, only 4, so it doesn't matter. So I'm really going for those let 'em spins on the bigger wins. I am going to try and get one more in on this video because I'm hoping I can just get me iron with this a little bit more. Well, here's a nasty one. We're going to make it to the £40 exchange point, but we've only got 5 nudges. That is always a really tough one when you've only got 5 nudges. We've got a decent number of knockouts. Let's look at our real setup. Right, this looks like a big ass. We're 9 nudges away from a double bar on reel 4. And it's fucked us straight away with that. It has given us the maximum number of nudges on move back 3. We can't miss on our nearest win thingy there, but... So, we can definitely nudge. We've got to be careful of that cherry there, by the way, haven't we? So... orange rather, so... But you can see here how there are far too... We haven't got enough nudges for this. Not by a million miles, so you can see there we've got to get those 7s out the way. This one is not happening. That's going to have us. No, I've never seen that continue win. Okay, we can't lose the gamble here. £30 to £40 on a 12. We want more nudges. It hasn't changed. The numbers haven't changed. So we're going in with 4 and 5, respectively. And what is that setup there? Oh dear. No, I think that's one of the no-hopers, to be honest. You can see there. I mean, you can work out where I am. If you pause the video from the real maps on the right-hand side, you can actually work out where I am. So, you can see there's just no... It has hit nearest win, but there's nothing to go for there. And you can see there, 11 nudges is cheerfully offering 50 quid, which is what, red 7s. It's happy, it's £50 happy, but I can't see any way that we can get a win there. We've got a taxi, but we haven't got enough nudges. I mean, let's just go round the board and see what it wants to do. But there's literally nothing there. That's going to kill us. Doing! Nope, not a chance. Well, here's an example of a horrible one. I'm gambling from 30 to 40 quid. My nudges are at 3. We will exchange in for the sake of argument, but really, I don't think this is ever happening. I mean, we're 8 nudges away from getting them on 1 and 4, but just for the sake of argument, we'll go round. Let's see if we can hit nearest win. Is it going to hit? It's not even going to hit fucking nearest win. So, it's no good. So we've upgraded to a taxi there, which is not really going to help us much because we need some So you can see what we can do here. We can get... Got to watch out for the oranges there, by the way. So, oh god, we're still... Oh, well, we're not... I say we're miles off. We are quite a way off. We've got another safe spin here, by the way. But now it can kill us. And it will do. Okay, this one's looking a little bit better. We're not going to gamble on that. So we are going to go in on 5 and 6. Let's look at our reels. No, I'm not sure about this one either. I think doubles is a bit of a pipe dream, to be honest. So there's nearest win, but can't see it possibly. And it's gone flying straight round. That's nowhere near enough nudges. Extra zone, no good. It is just going to kill us. Yep, okay. God, you know, Dougsta wasn't kidding. One of the things he said to me in the private message that explained this one was, be ready for a bit of frustration. It just spin in single bars. They just span in rather. Single bars, 15 quid on a 2. And then lost to a 1. Absolutely no reason. There's just this kind of pseudo-random element where like that, guaranteed win, 25 quid on a 9, and then it'll just lose on that gamble there. It really is a frustrating one, this. I'm kind of... I have been playing this now for like 4.5 hours. So obviously there's a huge amount that isn't in the video. I think of all the machines that I have covered, this is one of the most interesting, but it's also possibly the most frustrating for the way that it will just completely dick you off when it has no reason to, even when it's at maximum happiness here. In the base game, it will still fuck you when it wants to. That was a bad use of psycho play, by the way, that I was just waffling. It's just like it never gets to the point where it will happily let you gamble up. It's not like a pie factory or something like that, whereby once it gets to a certain amount of happiness, it's going to let you do it every single climb out. And you can go a fair number of climbs without getting to the exchange point, or it can just give you a shit one when you do get there, something like that. So I am glad that Dougsta warned me. Be ready for a bit of frustration, because he wasn't lying. At the same time, I would really, how can I get... Nothing I can do there. I would really recommend this one. Like I say, I will put this up over at Desert Island Fruits. Have a go at it yourself, because it's one of the most kind of challenging, frustrating and interesting methods all at the same time. And the way that you are on an absolute knife edge every single time with the number of nudges that you need to get there does make it constantly interesting. Let's just see. You can see how sometimes here, look at my nudges are just not going up. I'm up to 20 quid. I'm on to 3 nudges. That is not enough. 4 is not enough. And then you lose like that. Oh my god, it's annoying. So here we go. 20 quid. I am still in profit, by the way. But I have been genuinely plugging away at this now for like 4 hours or more. Look, it's only got 4 nudges, which is not enough. Come on, more nudges. Plenty of knockouts. 4 nudges is not going to do it. And then it... Oh, you see there, we had 8 knockouts, but only 4 nudges. Right, well, 4 knockouts and 5 nudges. I'm not quite sure how many of these fails I'm going to leave in, to be honest, because... Ooh! Oh, Jackpot! That's the obvious... Fucking hell! That's the obvious Jackpot setup. That really is the obvious Jackpot setup. It's finally done it. I've been playing this thing for nearly 4.5 hours. Nearest win. It hasn't given nearest win. How many nudges do we need? 1, 2, 3. It's not many, is it? It's not many. To get those... So we've got to think about knockouts here. We've got to think about knockouts. Let's get the knock... I think I need the knockouts more than I need the nudges. Come on, nearest win. Oh my god. Right, so it can't miss there. Right, so we've got to be able to get nearest win. There we are. Okay. I don't think I need that many nudges. Right, oh, you stupid fucker. Right, so let's go back to 3 nudges. I think that's it. I think that's a jackpot. I think it's fucked up now. I think that's it. So let's take the nudges. Let's do what we need to do. We need to get the jackpot there. You stupid fucking thing. That, oh my god, nearly 4.5 hours to get that. But that will put me 200. I'm already up. I'm £12 up. That will put me 250 quid up. Even a shit bastard like me can do this.
Let's rock. Wow. Psycho Cash Beast. The beast is gonna pay.
Oh my god, so that was hard work, but I am now over 250 quid up. And do bear in mind that this machine, in terms of the game here, is exactly as happy as it was before. It will still be happy to gamble up to these 25, 30 and 40 pound exchanges, and once in a while the good ones are going to cycle through. It did give me the really nice jackpot one there. There are several for 150 quid. I've got to say, I haven't had the 100 yet. I think the 100 must be the hardest one to get. But I've had several 75s now. I think the highest number of 150s, and that is now the second jackpot that I've had off this. You can see it is frustrating. It will potentially make you hang on for it. But as long as you can at least once in a while land a 75, the fact that you're never knocking back the happiness of the machine in the base game here, so that you're always going to get these 25, 30, 40 pound exchanges, even though it can be a dick about it, means you can absolutely see here how this is emptiable. It is a genuine full emptier. This machine is now further over percentage than it was at the start of the video. We're now running at 180.67%. So God, that was hard work. I'll try and trim this down in the edit. I have been playing this thing for 4.5 fucking hours. So I'll try and make this into a coherent video when I edit it together. And I will also try and put some extra setups, because I will this is one of those machines I think that I will carry on playing, because it really does interest me. You can see here, get yourself set up as I have. Get the reels on the left hand side, get the layout on the right, and just bash away at this one and just see if you can think your way around it and get those big wins out. Admittedly, it did give me the best setup possible for the jackpot there. That's the best setup that I've seen for the jackpot. The other one that I had was many more nudges away, but it does prove the point that the machine simply does not see, and you saw it there as starkly as ever on that last one, it just doesn't see the risk from step to nearest win. Genuine emptier, £2,683 out from £1,485 in. And that figure there, 180.67%, you can take that higher and higher and higher. It is an infinite emptier. Really fascinating one. Fuck me, it's been annoying me. It's annoyed me when I've been making this video. It really annoyed me over the weekend, but it did keep me plugging away at it, because I find this kind of thing really fascinating. So once more before I sign off, thank you very much to Louis B over at Desert Island Fruits for getting these older ROMs dumped, because remember, Barcrest did chip this out. And I think you saw in that video there, the way they chipped it is they just gave you absolute no hopers on the real setups at feature entry. And particularly thanks again to everyone who commented in that thread, and to Dougsta, who took the time to write me that private message explaining how to get this one done. Made it hard work there. So I will say thank you very much for watching. Do hope you've enjoyed this video, and I will catch up with you next time. But for now it is goodbye.